Alright guys, today we're here with more Destiny. Today we're going to be talking about kind of just Destiny as a whole. You know, we're going to start with Destiny 1, then we'll move on to all of Destiny 2. So this video, it's unscripted. I just finished the last mission after the raid came out, Exorcism, I think that's what it was called, if I remember. Just finished that, watched all the cutscenes. But anyway, so yeah, that's what we're kind of doing today. We're just kind of taking a look at my my 10-year journey with Destiny. So Destiny came out, and starting with Destiny 1, the beta was good. I would say the beta was pretty good. It hooked a lot of people in. You know, they had good media with, you know, just Bungie just releasing Reach, and you know, and then they moved on to their own thing like Destiny. I would say Destiny at launch had some problems. It definitely had a rocky start for Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, by the way. It just had a rocky start to begin with. I would say Vault of Glass was really the turning point. You know, you didn't really have an end game in Destiny. You had strikes and nightfalls and shit like that. But then you had your first raid came out. And when the first raid came out, that's when things kind of like changed. And that's when people really started getting hooked, because they saw raids. And like, I'm not going to lie, these raids in Destiny, these are like some of the most interesting raids I've ever seen. I've played WoW, I've played Final Fantasy, you know, I've played games like that. And these raids are 100% the best content Destiny has ever released. Raids are so amazing. And VoG was a good one to start out with. It wasn't extremely hard, so you couldn't have like new people come in and try it, and it wasn't like too easy to where it was like Ron or like Spire Stars, you know, where people were just fucking, or Crota. You know, people weren't just going in there and just destroying bosses and running through the raid like it was nothing, like it was a strike. Next, you had The Dark Below come out, and that's when Crota came out. Crota, I would say, was a good raid, but, you know, it introduced, like, an easy factor to raids. You know, it had, like, people are just soloing Crota like it was nothing, you know? That's pretty much it for The Dark Below, I would say. I mean, Crota was the most significant portion of it. House of Wolves, it was definitely the worst DLC in Destiny 1. You had Prison of Elders, which I thought was a good activity, but I mean, man, there was really nothing else to do. I mean, you just had Prison of Elders and previous stuff that you just had going for it. Moving on, we got The Taken King, which The Taken King, now, this was the turning point for Destiny. This is when people were, like, coming back to the game, new people were coming to the game, but I remember playing that campaign, and I was like, holy shit. This cutscene is amazing. You had the Oryx cutscene with the two knights. I don't remember their names. The one where Oryx destroys Mara's ship. That was such a good cutscene. Then I remember loading in and seeing Taken first time. I was like, holy crap, dude. What the hell is going on, you know? You had King's Fall come out, and oh my god, King's Fall, I didn't even like, dude, I was so young at the time. I think I was 16 or 15. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what the hell was going on the entire time I was playing that. I think I got carried all the way to Oryx, and we got to Oryx, and we just couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. And, you know, honestly, I don't remember. I just remember playing King's Fall for the first time, and I was just like, dude, what the hell is going on? I was like, dude, I want to do King's Fall. What is this? And then I remember messaging a bunch of my recent players on Xbox. You guys want to do King's Fall? And just found 6 people, and we just played the game. Yeah, dude, that was like one of my favorite experiences. Running around the Dreadnought, dude, that was so fun. Running in the little hidey holes, finding all these little things for like exotics. Dude, that was so fun. So fun. Rise of Iron came out. Played a little bit of Rise of Iron. I never played Wrath, which is honestly a crime against humanity, so I've heard. I remember the story being pretty good. Like, some of the stories and super good. Like, I love Siva. Honestly, Siva, if they focused a little bit more on Siva, that would have been such a good storyline in Destiny 2. Such a good one. That was pretty much the end of Destiny 1. And then we had Destiny 2 launch. Destiny 2 launch was, at best. I will say, Leviathan. Leviathan was really good. Really, really, really good. One of my favorite raids I've ever made. It was mechanically sound, had fun encounters, unique encounters, like you had Gauntlet, and then you had Dog. The problem is you had a double primary system. They reversed a lot of the changes from the Taken King that they made from, you know, Destiny 1. They went to like a basic, like kind of like a Call of Duty-esque slow time to kill. Double primary shotguns were in heavy slots, you know, like trace rifles were in heavy slot. Like, dude, it was insane. It was an insane time. And then, arguably the worst DLC ever released in Destiny's lifespan, Curse of Osiris. And the game, I will admit, I do like the story for Curse of Osiris, but that's it. That's everything. Everything Curse of Osiris did. Story. You had the raid layers. Raid layers were not really that good. But you had Spire of Stars, which was, You had Eater of Worlds, which was also, besides the boss. The boss was pretty fire. but can't even remember the third one. I'm pretty sure it was the third one. Don't really remember. Curse of Osiris pretty much almost destroyed the Destiny franchise. It was like 2 weeks from closing down the servers completely, and then what I think really saved it was Warmind. So Warmind put Destiny 2 back on track, I would have to say. Warmind was the DLC for setting up Forsaken. Warmind was a really good, solid campaign. It wasn't like amazing, but it was a solid campaign, interesting character, and then Escalation Protocols. Oh my god, dude, they were so good. So good. One of the best activities they have ever released. Ever. It was just amazing setup for Forsaken. Forsaken came out and it was like insane. It was like the Taken King for Destiny 2, dude. It was so good. So good. You had 2 new destinations. You had Last Wish, arguably my favorite raid ever released. It was just such a good story. Cayde died. It sent Cayde off in a way that, it was a good revenge story. You had a clear goal in the campaign. You're going to go kill the people that killed Cayde. You're going to fight your way up the ladder. That was such a good story. It saved the game. It introduced special weapons. We're back in special weapon slots where they are currently. You had heavy weapons. You had Ace of Spades, which is arguably my favorite weapon in Destiny. Then you had Shadowkeep come out, dude. They came from Forsaken to one of the also worst DLCs they've ever released. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep was just not a good time. That's when I quit playing the game for a while. I played Shadowkeep and I was like, what the hell is this campaign? This campaign is terrible. I played the first mission and I was like, this is okay, not bad. And then the rest of the campaign, build this armor set. Okay, guess we're building this armor set. And then the final mission, I would have to say, it was the final section, not the final mission. The final section of that campaign was also pretty good where you're going inside the pyramid ship for the first time. That was really good. That was done really well. I will say they did really well on that. But everything in between, the first part and the last part were definitely the best parts of the campaign. The middle was just filler. It was like a Naruto filler episode, dude. It was just nothing. Pit of Heresy was really good. I remember those ogres, dude. Oh my god, those ogres, man. They're something else. Garden, actually really good. I do not know why people dislike Garden so much. Garden is actually a really good raid. I honestly don't think they've released a bad raid besides maybe some of the raid layers. Yeah, now next we got Beyond Light. Beyond Light, okay. So Beyond Light introduced Stasis. Stasis was the problem with Destiny when they introduced new subclasses. So it was like a problem with Beyond Light and Lightfall, which I'll get to later, is they focused on the subclass for the campaign, not the story. They focused on the subclass. And that was the problem. See, Beyond Light focused on Stasis more than it focused on the characters, which is why nobody cared. In the campaign was 2.5 hours at a casual pace. Like you don't like, even if you don't know where to go, I mean, it will just maybe 3 hours, dude. It was so short. You wait an entire year from a terrible campaign to a better but slightly, it was still not really that good campaign. It really just was demoralizing. It was not really a good time, I would say. Shadowkeep and Beyond Light really killed like a lot of the player base for a while. Beyond Light had Deepstone Crypt. Witch Queen, fire. Campaign, great campaign. You had, honestly, I would say Witch Queen is probably one of the best campaigns they've ever released. But yeah, other than that, I'd really say Witch Queen did a lot of right. I would say they did. The problem with Witch Queen is it had 2 seasons in it that I really just didn't care for. Amazing raid. Vow Disciple, second favorite raid. Really good raid. Love that raid. Rolk, amazing boss. Amazing. Absolutely perfect. We haven't had a boss like that ever. A boss that's in your face, aggressive. We had Lightfall come out next. So the problem with Lightfall is we came off a high from Witch Queen. You went from Beyond Light to Witch Queen, which was night and day. Witch Queen was so good compared to Beyond Light. And then we went from Witch Queen back to Lightfall. We did a big dip down. Lightfall, the problem with Lightfall is the story didn't matter. It didn't matter. There was no point. Lightfall, you go to Neo Luna and you go there and you just shoot things. That's all you're doing. There's no story implements at all. You're just going there, shooting things, and you're like, okay, what's the veil? Okay, Callus is a disciple now. Woo. The guy we killed in Leviathan. You killed this dude 7 years ago, bro. And you made him a boss. He's not the big bad we're worried about right now. This was supposed to be our Infinity War, and we got Callus, a guy we killed 7 years ago. It was just filler. And then you had the Veil, which literally we didn't get any information about. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the worst campaign they ever released, but it wasn't supposed to be like that. You can't go from Witch Queen back down to Lightfall and expecting people to be happy. It was supposed to be such a good setup for the final shape, and it failed in all regards. It just didn't. It didn't do anything. It focused on Strand and only Strand. That's all it did. I wish Lightfall was so good. Like, I was so excited for when it came out. And then we got Lightfall, and we were like, what the hell is this? So now we're on to the Final Shape. It was by far the best storytelling they have ever done in Destiny. Ever. Net period. It felt so good to feel like you were progressing. Everything felt big. You know what I'm saying? It felt like this map was endless. You know, it felt like I was going from place to place. Every place I went to had meaning. But instead of, it giving you Prismatic at the end of the campaign, it gives you Prismatic after the first mission. Dude, it gives you Prismatic immediately. And it gives you the full subclass. All you gotta do is play the campaign and you will unlock most of everything. The progression of the story felt like it had meaning, it had weight. Cayde made this DLC 100 times better. This DLC was made so much better just by Cayde having a presence in the DLC. Cayde made everything better. Every cutscene with Cayde was amazing. Every interaction with Cayde was great. He's funny, but he knows when to be serious. You know what I'm saying? He was like, why am I back alive? And then you find out Crow wished him back when he wished into the Traveler. It was like he didn't focus on why he had to come back, why he was chosen to come back. It was him focusing on the mission. I'm back, so I might as well help while I'm still around, type of thing. Zavala was having like faith problems in the Traveler. The Witness was showing him things. Ikora, because Cayde came back, she like gained faith in the Traveler again. She thought the Traveler did it. You had the exotic mission where like Cayde and Crow are together, and it was kind of like a mission where you had Cayde handing the mantle over to Crow, and then immediately you had the raid that Friday. Dude, the raid, oh my god, dude, that shit was hard. Then they won the raid, and then the mission released, the final mission, and I gotta say, it is one of the best missions I've ever seen. It was like 12-man fire team fighting for their lives. That's what it was like. We're pushing, we're killing the Witness at all costs. I'm saying, you had your end game. It was like an in-game level event, And then the cutscenes play, and you're like, holy shit, it's over. Like, you finish that final cutscene, Cayde sacrifices himself for your ghost. He bet everything on you, you know what I'm saying? He bet all of his life on you. Then you get to that final scene where you're just sitting there. It was just me just sitting there for a little while, like taking it in. Like, this has been 10 years of my life, and it ended today, like this 10-year journey's over. And it kind of hit me today, I was just like, damn, I really just spent 10 years playing Destiny. Oh man, it had a good send-off too. You beat the Witness, so what now? So we're gonna have the episode drop pretty soon, but that ending was really good. I enjoyed that. The Witness fight was really fun. The raid was good. The Final Shape overall, so it's good. It's really good. I would say the Final Shape is really good. Problem is where I'm at. I don't know if I should stop playing Destiny. It's over. Like, we beat the Witness. We beat what caused the collapse. I sat there for a while and I was just like, damn, this is really over. It's crazy that it was a 10-year journey that I just completed today. It's not like Destiny is the perfect game. And I will admit, Destiny is not perfect. It is really good. It is like the only one I would have to say in its genre that is doing its own thing, like there's no other game like Destiny. I'm glad we ended on a good note. I've devoted so much of my time to Destiny 2 that it's crazy, and it's crazy that it hit me today. It hit me after I watched that cutscene for like the third time. Like, I'm done. The game is done. Well, I'm gonna be done rambling. Overall, I'm really happy that I completed my journey with Destiny. I have to say, Final Shape was one of the best campaigns. I really did enjoy it. The raid was fun, even though I was getting my ass beat, and I'd have to say all of Destiny, it has its ups and its downs. It had its lows and its highs from season to season, from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, You had your lows, and, I'm glad that I stuck around. I'm not done with Destiny, but, I'm done giving Destiny all my time. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. That's my closing thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.